Heads up. I'm about to cuss. You fucking people. I know it's easy to follow somebody who only says 5 things. That way you can memorize those things and it makes you look as smart as you need to be out in the streets when you just keep repeating yourself. What do you mean I don't know what I'm talking about? This is all I've ever been told. This is all there is. You struggle with the idea, we gotta take care of the border before we can help the rest of the world. Yes, yeah. You got Ukrainians running out of ammunition, and you got this guy saying, "I killed the border deal." It's not even believable. You're right. I don't believe a thing you say. Here's the thing. You let Russia with Putin go ape shit on the Ukraine and say, do whatever the hell you want with them. They're not NATO. Well, if they can survive this, I'm sure they will be, and they will be a fine fighting force to protect us as Americans. Remember when we went to Vietnam to keep the Vietnamese from doing, the Russians from doing something with communism? Remember with Cuba when had the Bay of Pigs and all this stuff with JFK, who is shooting up or taking all kinds of drugs? These presidents, they've always been on drugs, I guess. Look at all the fentanyl in Trump's pill house. Oh, demon just got his wings. You think that border down in Mexico is a problem? And you don't think that's a problem over there? And you've now got allies, leaders. There was the one guy that used to be a prime minister of Australia today. He's like, what the fuck, man? And then there's the French president who's saying, what the fuck, man? You know, I don't know how to say what the fuck, man, in French. Je ne peux pas trouver mon pâtir. I've lost my father. I can say that. Oh, it's okay, he's dead. It's not like he's lost wandering in the streets. He's doing all right. But then you've got a president of the French, which have been allies. They were allies for us in the Civil Revolutionary War. You remember that? 1776. Ben Franklin spent like 15 years over there cajoling the women of politicians and things like that to say, hey, we need some money if we're going to fight the British, you know. And now we have possibly both the British and the French on our side. That's something we should consider a luxury. He's saying things, and I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be saying things, because that means you're feeding that poor guy's megalomaniacs fuel to say, fuck the world, they're against us. The guy that used to be in charge, that's fine. He's just giving his opinion. This is all fucked up. But here's the point. You let the Russians come through over the Ukraine, and then, you know, they're coming on Poland. Poland, they're just getting rebuilt from the last time we fucked them up. They're just right there in the middle of getting the ass of it all. It's just too bad. No wonder people leave Poland. It's because people don't seem to care about them, I guess. They don't appreciate their value for being there, taking the ass end of everything all along, slowing shit down, making us realize, you know, once they come through, those Russians come through Poland, we will start to realize that there's going to be a problem. Well, you don't realize, even though you shut down the border belt so that you could quit helping them, so that you could aid and abet a communist fucking drive into Europe where we're people over here we can help, and suddenly we say we're not going to? You could open the southern border to everybody that wants to come across, in my opinion. You could open it and have less trouble, serious trouble, than what you're going to run into if you let Russia run over Ukraine and nail Poland. And then now, see, the thing is, that poor guy wants to get out of NATO. He's saying, fuck him. Those people in those European nations are going through the same thing again that they went through in World War II. If we allow this, there are going to be a lot of people out there that are hiding in the shadows, down alleys. It's going to be a constant fighting for years and years and years. These people that know what it's like to be able to speak their voice, they're not going to want to be stifled. They want their voices heard. This is the way we grew up. Just like banging a 15-year-old in an alley and she got pregnant, but it's not yours, but you still give her the money to get an abortion. The good old days. Do you remember the dumpster? I'm just making this up. But the thing is, that's going to happen over there. It'll be just like all these movies about resistance in World War II, how they finally came through, and this is what you get. It's going to be like that in the U.S. also. It's going to be like that in the U.S. also. Because there aren't enough sick fucks in the U.S. that care less about humanity and their surroundings than they care about that poor guy. There are more people that care about keeping a system in place to where we can continue and become actually peaceful. But so many of these people have been told they can't be peaceful. And, well, I worked with the mentally handicapped for a little while, and I know there's only so much you can teach one of these fuckers. You have to give in to their intellect. But when it's like 53, an IQ of 53 running around with an AR-15, it's going to be hard to tell them to stop. These motherfuckers. Yeah. You're going to have to, at some point, lie down. And before you pray, think about what it is you're praying for. Don't pray for what you were told to pray for. Think about what you would pray for. And ask if God wants to hear it.